decades, the European exotic car establishment treated the American muscle car as nothing more than a straight-line party trick, completely incapable of holding a candle to their precision engineering on a real track. But the moment the mid-engine layout took over, those arrogant laughs turned into pure panic, and now the brand new 2027 Corvette Stingray has arrived to completely burn down the playground. We are talking about an absolute weapon of mass destruction that is engineered to hunting down and utterly humiliate supercars costing 3 to 4 times its price tag. Yet, hidden deep beneath the jaw-dropping sheet metal and that terrifyingly loud exhaust note lies a catastrophic engineered-in flaw that General Motors desperately tried to bury during development. A secret that could completely ruin the entire ownership experience if you actually decide to buy one, and we are going to uncover exactly what that is at the very end of this video. To understand how brutal this machine really is, you have to look directly at what is sitting right behind the driver's head under that massive pane of rear glass. For 2027, Chevrolet threw out the old pushrod motor and blessed the entry-level Stingray with an all-new, naturally aspirated 6.7-liter monstrosity, designated as the LSx V8. This engine utilizes a staggering 13-to-1 compression ratio, which is officially the highest compression ever featured on a production Corvette V8 in the history of the nameplate. The results are nothing short of a mechanical violent assault, sending 535 naturally aspirated horsepower and 520 pound-feet of torque straight to the rear wheels via an incredibly lightning-fast 8-speed dual-clutch transmission. While the elitists in Maranello and Stuttgart are heavily relying on complex hybrid systems and tiny turbocharged engines that sound like vacuum cleaners, America is doubling down on pure, unadulterated displacement. If you are loving this breakdown of America's newest supercar killer, make sure to smash that subscribe button and hit the like button right now, because it drastically helps the channel bring you the absolute best, most exclusive automotive deep dives on the internet. When you plant your right foot onto the floorboard, the 2027 Stingray screams its way from a dead stop to 60 miles per hour in an astonishing 2.8 seconds, blasting past the quarter-mile mark before the driver of a base Porsche 911 can even figure out what just happened. This is absolute exotic territory for a car that officially starts at a shockingly low price point of just under $74,000. For that amount of money, you are getting standard performance active exhaust systems that emit a high-pitched, thunderous mechanical roar that will shake the concrete underneath you, standard mechanical limited slip differentials to maximize corner exit grip, and a chassis so perfectly balanced that it makes amateur track day drivers look like absolute professional racing legends. The car literally turns on a dime, pulling over 1.2 Gs of lateral acceleration in the corners, effectively holding a mirror up to the Italian exotic brands, and proving that you no longer need to sign away a second mortgage on your house just to experience true track-dominated engineering. Inside the cabin, the layout has been heavily revised, eliminating that highly controversial, awkward wall of physical buttons that used to separate the passenger from the driver, replacing it with a massive, ultra-crisp 12.7-inch infotainment touchscreen powered by Google, built-in software, alongside a sprawling 14-inch digital gauge cluster that fields crisp, military-grade graphics. But as perfect as this American icon sounds on paper, we have to look closely at the dark side of this massive engineering leap, because General Motors had to cut some serious corners to keep this supercar at a $74,000 price point. Remember that terrifyingly high 13-to-1 compression ratio we mentioned earlier, the one that gives the new 6.7-liter engine its savage, unparalleled performance power? That exact high compression setup is causing massive internal heat soak issues during sustained heavy track use, forcing the car's engine management computers to aggressively pull back timing and slash horsepower by up to 30% to prevent catastrophic engine failure. Even worse, several early factory test units have experienced severe, unexpected dual-clutch transmission fluid crystallization due to inadequate cooling line routing, right next to the scorching hot performance exhaust headers, meaning that if you plan on actually driving this brutal V8 supercar the exact way it was advertised, you might find your dream car trapped in a limp mode nightmare before you can even finish your very first track lap.